The way your pastors are contradicting themselves, it's only if you don't have brain that you will be taking everything they say. If you are just getting to see this channel, I want to say welcome to this channel. My name is Auntie Aduni, and the name of this channel is Real Talk with Auntie Aduni. So I'm going to say some reality that might hit you hard, especially if you are a Christian. Yeah, it's to create awareness. You don't have to agree, but please allow me put my opinion on my page, on my channel. So it's a video about Pastor Mathew Ashimolowo. Yes, our pastor Ashimolowo this is Pastor Mathew Ashimolowo of Kingsway International Christian Church, KICC. His headquarters is based in UK, and his other branches are in Nigeria and so many other places. And he was the presiding pastor for a long time in KICC until he had issues with the government in London, and he relocated back to Nigeria and shuttles between Nigeria and UK. Today, his son is in charge of this church as the pastor in charge, even though they have other people that they started the church together. He handed over the church to his son because it's a family business. Stop deceiving yourself. So if you are just getting to see this channel, I want to say, if you have not yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing to this channel, and thank you for returning to watch this channel. So I saw this video where Pastor Mathew Ashimolowo was, talking to people, and I was surprised. Maybe you too will be surprised, or you are used to this talk. And I have had to go and look for his other video. Maybe I was the one that was never understanding this man. In the video, Ashimolowo said, you don't have to pay tithes to be a billionaire. I say, really? So why are people paying tithes? Why are they telling people, give and it shall be given unto you? Why are they saying that? And God says, when you give tithes, your basket shall be full. It will bless you in multiple fold. I say, so what is the tithe for then? If tithe is not for us to get multiple fold, even though I'm always like, why will God need our money to bless us? He did not only say that, he said many things in this video. Maybe we should just watch this thing together. He was telling people how to be a billionaire. And I was surprised that paying tithes is not one of the ways to be a billionaire. And his other video I saw said contrary thing. Why are your pastors unstable? Okay, anyway, don't let me talk too much. Let us watch the video together.
Pay your debt. You and your sons live on the rest. May God bless his word. I said, may God bless his word. How do you go from broke to billionaire? Remember, I said something about the mindset. Until you change your mindset, you will not be able to handle great wealth. So the first thing to do is to expect more from yourself. Expect more from yourself. Whether you went to school or didn't go to school, expect more from yourself. Whether you had great education or didn't have great education, expect more from yourself. The woman made up her mind that, look, if I'm going to make a change, I can't sit down here and be crying, and the uncles of my sons take advantage and say, we the women now have decided that if you are going to be delivered from this your poverty, you have to sleep with Uncle Joe and Uncle James and Uncle Jackson. The woman expected more of herself. Until you believe in your own destiny, gifting, and ability, no man can take you where you are not willing to go. I hope I'm making sense. I said, I hope I'm making sense. Expect more from yourself. Expect to succeed. Believe that, look, every man is rated equal to have ability to succeed. So people remain broke when they don't expect more of themselves. And Christianity, one of the beauty of Christianity is that it tells you that you are created in the image of who? In the image of God. I was a Muslim. My name was Ahmed. One of the biggest challenge for me that made me step out of Islam and then give my life to Christ is the teaching of fatalism. Fatalism in Islam teaches that Wherever you met yourself, that's how God planned it. So if you are broke, that's where you are meant to be. If you are blessed, that's where you are meant to be. And that's why you find that people who are poor, who are beggars. In fact, I was raised in the north. I grew up in the north. I didn't leave the north until I was 14. I was almost 15 before I left the north. Couldn't speak Yoruba very well. Actually, my first language was Hausa. Second language, English. Third language, small Igbo. And then Yoruba. So in Hausa culture, because the Hausa culture is interwoven with Islam, you don't even know where Islam stops and the culture begins. When a beggar comes to you, so the culture, the teaching, makes the person to not expect much of himself. Whereas in Christianity, whether you are the lowest or the highest, you know that we were both created in the image of God. Oh, come on, somebody shout amen. That's why the book of Proverbs says, the poor and the rich, the Lord God made them both. But it didn't say made them so. Never forget that statement. The poor and the rich, the Lord God made them both. But he didn't make them so. Men choose their status. They choose where they belong. So expect more of yourself. You can have two people come out from the same womb, and one person decided to go for broke, to believe more of themselves, and so they begin to prosper. So you see, I don't know if you've met a lot of billionaires. You'll be shocked that there really isn't anything unique to them other than their lifestyle. Some say lifestyle that directs into wealth creation. One time I was in the same first class cabin with Aliko Dangote. We were flying to London. We left Lagos 11 p.m. It was a Saturday night. All the guys there are governors, these, that. Usually the first class cabin has 14 people. Before the plane took off, they were all asleep. Shaking the plane with their snoring. Aliko Dangote did not sleep. He was studying the notes for the meeting he was going to. At that time, it was worth like $5 billion. I don't know if you know how much $5 billion is. $5 billion is you stacking $1 note for 67 miles. That's 1 billion. You stack $1 note from here to Abeokuta. That's just one. And he has 5 at that time. These guys who are millionaires, they were sleeping. But he was studying his notes. That is the dividing point between the wealthy and the poor. Their approach to doing things. Because we need to also wake up Christians in the church who think because they have fasted, the breakthrough will come. We also need to wake the man who thought because he had given the tithe, the breakthrough will come. We need to balance in the church that wealth creation is like the pendulum of a grandfather clock. You must apply 2 things, principles and power. Principles and power. In the church, we teach power, power, power. Motivational guys outside teach principle, principle, principle. In a church like this, we have the blessing of revelation in trend that makes us to understand principle and power. And as you combine both, you will succeed. And you will do well. But you must expect more of yourself. The second thing I like to say is not only to expect more of yourself, but to express yourself. Express yourself. Express your dream. Express your vision. What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? Where do you want to go? Even if you don't have the money. I was a young pastor in this Lagos. Then I left for London. While in London, the church just started. And then eventually I stepped out of the denomination I belonged and started KRCC. One time I came to Nigeria. And I know, in fact, when I was still a denominational pastor, I told my pastor in Nigeria that one day we'll have a church on Ikorodu Road.
You listen to what he said. But let me point out the highlight for you. He was talking about how to go from being broke to being a billionaire. Number one, he said you need to expect more from yourself. And he also said, while he was talking, I didn't hear him quoting any Bible verse on how to move from being broke to being a billionaire, other than when he mentioned the books of Proverbs, where he said God created both the poor and the rich. He said God never made anybody poor, but he created them both poor and rich, but he never said anybody should be poor or anyone should be richer than the other. In other words, God created you, said go, which I agree with. Okay, I'm not doubting that. I will expatiate. Just be patient with me. The most important aspect of this particular interesting video is where he said we need to wake up Christians, that you need to wake them up, that who think because that fasting, because they fasting will give them breakthrough. I mentioned something about fasting, was it not 2 or 3 days ago in one of my videos, where somebody say I cannot rule out the power of fasting in somebody's life. And I'm like, fasting does not change your situation. You will change your situation. Praying does not change your situation. If praying changes situation, a lot of people who pray more than you should be better than you. Action changes your situation. You have to move. So this is where I'm saying they are not stable. And he now said giving tithes. They need to wake up Christians that giving tithes does not bring breakthrough. Aren't you shocked? He now mentioned that when the church teaches power, motivational speakers teaches principle. He said you need to know what you want to do, what do you want to achieve, where do you want to go, and even when you don't have the money. Okay, so how do you become a millionaire without having money? Billionaire, not even millionaire, billionaire. And he also mentioned something very important in this video. I'm giving you a light, so I will still talk more because there's another video I will let you watch, then I will round up. He now mentioned something very important. He said he used to be a Muslim and he ran away from being a Muslim because Muslim teaches that kogbakadara, that is accept your situation, that they don't ginger them up in the north, that they don't ginger them up. They make them believe their situation should be accepted. Okay, and that's why the northern part is poor. I am going to talk, but before I go on, please let us watch this second video clip. Be patient with me, please. Let's watch the second clip.
To millionaire status. Listen, do not choose the seed that is convenient. Choose the one that stretches. I want the people who are going to sow between $1,000 and $5,000. I'm going to call you in one tranche, and you will come out to sow the seed. We're doing it differently this year. I'm going to ask you to stand at those bays. You are here tonight. You need to see your business enter a new connection. Your life, your marriage, your destiny, your favors. I want you to get up. All those sowing between $1,000 and $5,000. Get up, stand up. All those who are sowing this, don't wait for anyone. Just begin to get up. Begin to get up. I don't want to watch ushers yet so that I can know who is really sowing. Ushers, sit down. I want to be able to see those who are sowing the seed. Ushers.
Why are they sowing seed? $1,000, $5,000, 5,000 long to sow seed, to buy favor from God, buy blessing from God, buy breakthrough from God. God like money. This pastor's God, he like money. They like small money, like $1, $2, 1 cent, 1 quarter. Well, maybe I talk for naira money. They like 50 naira. Like wazo. Like 100 naira. Na dollar he like. This is an advice coming from somebody that is telling you how to be a billionaire, and is telling you expect more from yourself. Why are they asking for the money? Which account are they taking this money to? I say your pastors are unstable. Now let me analyze his first video for you. And that is why we have greed and corruption on the rise. And that is why people will do anything to be rich. You don't even talk millionaire. Now billionaire, they advise people to become. I look. I say, I beg, if you know any billionaire that you know one-on-one since when them born you, please tell me. Because I can't look. Say, na billionaire, this man call like this, I be millionaire. If you call millionaire, if I can call myself millionaire. When I was in Nigeria, I used to carry million, and later I can carry 2 million, 3 million to go and buy market in those days. But now, for American money, I never even get 6 figure inside the account. I never even get 5 figure inside the account. Now I one pastor, they talk of billionaire. I can't check. I say, I be this billionaire. I be na me them poor for poor background wey make me no see billionaire around me. I don't know of any billionaire apart from the one wey we dey see on paper and social media. I'm talking about knowing them one-on-one on a personal level. Abi you know anyone wey be your uncle, your grandfather, your brother, your auntie, your mommy, your friend mommy that you know one-on-one. No, even in your lineage, leave your friend. In your lineage, tell me one billionaire. Because I don't know when billionaire can become momoya and akara, you can get it easily. The thing can't carry me go Google. I went to go and check inside Google whether I go see, make I see how many billionaire there for America, for the states where they live in America. After I Google the population of the states, make I tell you, out of the 6,000,016 residents population where the state where I stay for America, they have only 11 billionaire. It's not even up to 1%. What percentage is that? You that you are a mathematician. Now your pastor, they preach how to be a billionaire to people. He preach how to be millionaire. So as they sold $1,000 and $5,000 to be a millionaire, how many people don't become millionaire in dollars among the people he preached to in those days? The second video is an old video. Now this current dispensation, I'm talking, he's a Nigerian, so I'm going to refer him to Nigeria people before I will come talk about people in America. Let's even assume he came to preach it here. That preaching was done in Trem like 4 weeks ago. That is Bishop Okonkwo's church in Bagada. He preached that message in that church 4 weeks ago, how to be a billionaire. I am shocked that people are still listening to this kind of message at this dispensation. Message that has made, it was referring to the Northerners. The Northerners are more contented, even though what the leaders are doing to them is wrong in Nigeria. The Easterners and the Southerners and the Westerners, which is Yoruba and the Igbo, where all these pastors dey, no be among them, among Yorubas and Igbos, then they see people where they carry drug. Then they see people where they do fake drugs. Then they see people where they do Yahoo. Then they see people where they do scamming. Because they are preaching that they can be a billionaire. My question is, how do you become a billionaire? To be a millionaire self, no be mamoy and akara. Even here in America. Now I tell you, say the states where I did, they say now only 11 billionaire exist. And when they mention them, they are people who have inherited wealth from their generations. You know, I mean, the way Americans do their business, when a family starts a business, they continue to give it to their, there is continuity of a business. There are business that has been 100 years ago that is still a family project still today. In Nigeria, we don't have that. And how many Nigeria, where their family, they rich? The story of Dangote, we know how it started. The story of Adenuga, we know how they started. Those people, even though they still use the idea, money no day, you say you get the idea. Wait till you want to execute the idea. Now, question I ask, so your pastor say you can become a billionaire, sorry. That you can become a billionaire. He mentioned favor. He mentioned to buy favor with money. All since we did so. How much you don't get? It can't even shock me. He say paying tithes. He say let us wake up the Christians that paying tithes will never make anybody to be rich, anybody to be a billionaire. He say it's a wrong conception. Ìwàládé ẹ ti fowó jóná. Ọlọ́run ṣe mi òun kò sọ tithe láti ilẹ̀. I no dey pay tithe before. Ẹ ti fowó jóná tipẹ́tipẹ́. Ẹ ti sanwó nù. Now don't throw away money. This man where they talk, this Ashimolowo where they talk of person being billionaire. How we take starts? He used to hawk bread, yo. He used to be a poor person until he became a pastor. And he got free money. Free money. He began to invest. So they is now talking of estates. You know why he was preaching this preaching? He wants to sell his estates. I purposely didn't finish the video. The video long. I just carried these 2 clips from it. I will still do another show on another aspect of the video. You see how then they push people, make people they question God, begin they hate God self. Person we know where they go through correct poverty with this kind of preach where he talk say now God creates some people poor. He creates some people rich, but he did not make them poor. So somebody that is born into a poverty family, no connection, no job in Nigeria, what do you want make them do? Make them go buy. Now we talk say, and that kind of person go question himself, say which kind God be this? We can create some people rich, he creates some people poor. He is not telling that the situation of Nigeria is creating more poverty, and the situation of Africa as a whole, the kind of leaders, wicked and selfish leaders we have in African continent, is creating more poverty and more poverty. How come people leave Africa? They come to Obodo Oyinbo, even though they are not millionaire, at least they can boast of being rich to certain extent. Even here in America, these riches that we are talking of, at least the tertiary riches, hardly do you, how many people get the tertiary riches? How many people can afford to even buy a house? They will be paying mortgage of 5,000 monthly mortgage. How many? How many can afford to even pay 3,000 as mortgage monthly, even for America here? So for America self, millionaire no plenty. Talk less of billionaire. Now your pastor they sell you billionaire status like biscuits. Anyway, whether I made they talk too much, because I know so many things decide the way people move in life to some extent. Because like I've seen it play out here. Your lineage, your family background, your opportunities open to you, how you can think too, the finances available for you. Now, I'm not even talking about status of billionaire, at least to even break through in life. How many people have the opportunity in our continent as a black people? Even here, when we come abroad, no be work they do. Before we can gather $10,000, we go do like this. Before we can save $500 every month, $500 every month, except you go do 16-hour job and you don't get many bills to pay. But if you get mortgage, where you don't buy your own house, you won't live well. Say this life now, one life to live. You can't buy house, pay mortgage, pay insurance for car, pay insurance for homeowners, pay medical insurance, pay this one, pay that one. How much they remain for us? Now manage life. Now in your pastor they say billionaire, just like that. How many billionaire in the house? I beg, if you are a billionaire, please mention. If you know any billionaire in your family, don't mention $10. Don't mention who are the billionaires. Don't mention all the billionaires we know. Don't mention Tiger Woods. Don't mention all those people that way they get money. Mention somebody in your family that is a millionaire or a billionaire. Millionaire, I'm not talking, if you want to call, at this stage now, if you want to call yourself millionaire, maybe you have 100 million in your account. Because if you have 2 million naira, how much be 2 million naira? But today, you tell me somebody in your family will get 100 million naira. Where if you take boost, where your pastor can say billionaire like Guguru and Ekpa. He actually says some things good, I will not lie. Like, but you can't be a billionaire. Stop, don't let anybody deceive you. Even if you steal, you cannot be a billionaire. Except you won't become somebody like Hush Puppy, Victor Zobi, where they jail now. That is when you can say overnight from nothing to billionaire. See as the man they talk, him mouth they draw like okra. I no blame him. People have made him a billionaire over and over again through offering and tithe and seed sowing. Congratulations to him. Oh, and in this video, make I dey waka my waka go. I don't know waiting you talk because you go before I go do pass my boundary. You go say shut up because you go tell your mama say make your mama shut up. Don't tell me shut up. But help me reason this thing and tell me wetin you think, whether na lie I talk. I talk wetin make sense. Until you come your way again, I be your either friend or enemy. My name na Auntie Aduni. Thank you. If you never subscribe, yes, subscribe to my channel. And please, I need you to read your comments. Please, all of you will be my supporter on this channel. Click on this video as they watch am. Click, make people see how then they sell nonsense. We don't make our people greedy and they will do anything. Kill people for money, ritual, steal. So take Nigerian passport now. It don't become scammer passports. Our name, once they hear Nigeria, now scamming, they come to our mind. This is kind of preaching that has pushed people to that extent. Thank you for watching. Bye.